Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is part 2 of the NBA playoffs discussion. I'm Alek Koberna.
And I'm Matt Morrison.
And we're going to get right back into it. So the first part, we talked a little bit. Well, the entirety of the first part, we were talking the play-in tournaments, those 6 teams that maybe don't have a shot. You have to listen to that to find out what we said. Yep. Granted, we'll probably repeat what we said at some point in this, but you'll kind of get the inclination on who we picked. We did some predicting for who's making the playoffs. Now, this time, we're talking about what's actually going to happen in the playoffs.
Yes.
And before we get into that, let's talk soccer.
Soccer?
No, you're right. That's a bad idea. Back to basketball.
Yeah, this show is NBA. I don't want to talk soccer.
All right.
God. Okay.
So, big matchup here.
Big matchup. We're going to go through and we're going to predict all the matchups, okay?
All the matchups, what's going to happen. How's it going to happen?
We might get sidetracked too, but they're interesting.
That's why it's casual sports.
That's why it's casual sports. Exactly.
Because we are professionals.
We are professionals.
At being casual.
Yeah.
All right.
We got a water. We're all ready to go.
Mm-hmm. A little bit of lemon in there.
A little lemon.
Very casual.
Very casual.
Very. All right.
All right.
So,
in my pajamas.
First off,
all right.
We got the Milwaukee Bucks.
Taking
on the Orlando Magic.
Yeah.
I think it should be a thrilling 4-game series.
Yeah.
Because a thrilling 4-game sweep. Milwaukee Bucks are going to absolutely destroy the Orlando Magic. Annihilate. You know, I can pretty much just cross the Orlando Magic right off the page. Congratulations, you made the playoffs. Congratulations, you've just been eliminated.
If I was the Magic, I'm like, just give me my participation trophy. I don't want to get killed.
At this point, I try not to. I don't want to play the Bucks in the first round. I try to lose those 8 games, those 8 regular season games they're playing. I'm like, if I don't make the playoffs, I got a better lottery.
It's like March Madness, and you're playing in the first 4 to get in. You know?
Right. It's like,
go ahead, you win. You got to play number 1 seed Duke. So,
right. It's just one of those things. Like, I can either get swept in the first round by the Bucks and say, oh, cool.
Or go home and watch the whole playoffs.
Right. Or go home, not have to do all that extra work. And get a better lottery pick.
Yeah.
Because you're already in the East, so you're probably going to get a pretty lower one compared to the West team. So
yeah, that's true.
I would say suck on purpose.
Yeah.
Much like the Cavs have been doing since LeBron left.
We'll talk a little smidge about them later.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now, another big matchup here.
Yeah.
The defending world champion Canadians, the Toronto Raptors, are taking on the very heavily injured, very big underdog Brooklyn Nets. They don't have Kevin Durant. They don't have Kyrie. But they do have Spencer Dinwiddie. And you know what that means?
They're going to get swept.
They're getting, no. They're getting the good old gentleman sweep. 4-1 Toronto Raptors.
Which game do they win?
Which one? Ooh.
There's a question. Game 1, Game 2, Game 3?
Well, by Game 4, they'd have given up.
Yeah.
Which is why I say Brooklyn Nets surprise the Toronto Raptors at home and take the first game of the series. And then lose 4 straight. I mean, it's kind of interesting because they don't have KD, Kyrie. They have Spencer Dinwiddie, Jared Allen, a few other guys here and there. Yeah. It's not going to matter.
No.
Not when the Toronto Raptors are the Toronto Raptors. They got Fred VanVleet, OG Anunoby, Marc Gasol, Pascal Siakam. The list goes on. They got some depth on that roster.
Some good players. Yeah.
All right. Now we get into the fun stuff. Give you goosebumps. 7-game series in the first round type matchups. First off, I want to preface this by saying we are doing these matchups as if the 8-game regular season continuation doesn't change the seeding. Most likely, it will. And we're going to do another show when that happens because we like doing shows.
Yes, we love shows.
We love doing shows. It's our job. We have nothing else to do. We're bored. It's quarantine.
It's quarantine. We are the kings of quarantine.
Yes, we are. At the moment. We're the bad boys of quarantine.
Yeah.
So Boston Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers in the first round. Probably could be one of the two matchups here that I think could go the distance, go 7 games. It's possible.
Yeah, it's possible. But
both teams coming back completely healthy.
Yeah.
Both teams are loaded in the superstar departments.
They are.
Both teams could win this series.
They could.
The Boston Celtics featuring Kemba Walker, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, not Ramsey. Gordon Ramsay. They're cooking. No. But they are cooking.
Yeah.
Gordon Hayward is going to be the Gordon Ramsay of the Boston Celtics. Yes. They're going to cook up some fun for us to watch. Yes. I guarantee that.
I guarantee it. And then
on the Philadelphia 76ers.
The
Philly side. The non-shooting point guard, the 6'8", beast in the East.
Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons. He can pass the ball. He can do a layup. He can dunk it as well.
But he can't shoot. No, he can't.
Can he shoot it outside of the paint?
No.
Not really.
This guy airballs 15-footers. I shoot better than that, man.
The fact that the center for the team shoots better than the three-point... better than the three-point line than their starting point guard.
Yeah.
Kind of embarrassing.
Their center is Joel Embiid.
Yes, Joel Embiid, another major superstar. I mean, not discounting him. That's impressive. That most centers... Go back 5 years ago, centers weren't shooting threes.
No.
Look at them now. We're getting some three-point shooters up in there. We're like, pretty nice. We're still surprised to see, a guy, Dwight Howard pull up from 3. Which I need to see that now. I just need to see Dwight pull up. I mean, let's get Shaq back out there. I want to see him pull up from 3. That'd be nice.
That would be nice. Young Shaq in Orlando hitting threes? He could do it.
Wow, he'd be a whole different animal if he could have shot threes.
Oh, yeah, man.
Can't shoot a free throw, but if he could sink a 3. All right, prediction here. Philadelphia 76ers featuring Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. They also, I think they have Shake Milton, who's coming into his own three-point star. Yeah. He can actually get that team moving pretty well without Ben Simmons.
And Boston has
depth.
Yeah. If they get a guy injured, they bring in Taco Fall.
Yeah, they have people in their G League that they can bring up right now.
Carson Edwards.
I think Carson Edwards is still on the main roster, but Taco Fall's been in the G League.
Carson Edwards hit 16 3-pointers, was it?
During March Madness and Purdue. Yeah. That was a spectacle to watch.
And they lost that game.
Yes,
bull crap. But we'll get into that.
That's another discussion for another day, another time, in another quarantine. All right, prediction. Boston Celtics, Philadelphia 76ers. How many games? Who wins?
Boston in 7. Gotta go Boston in 7. Maybe 6, but, Joel Embiid might pull something out. Ben Simmons might actually start shooting better.
Yeah, possibly.
So, what do you think?
Philadelphia 76ers coming back with a vengeance after last week.
Yeah, after Kawhi Leonard hit that 3. That little rocky 3, and Embiid's like... Oh! That was the ending of that.
Kawhi Leonard hit the shot. It bounced off the rim. It was straight out of a movie. It bounced off that rim 4 times and sunk in.
It looked like the scene from Hoosiers.
Exactly. It was movie-esque, you could say. 76ers coming back with a vengeance. Boston Celtics have been at the top of the Eastern Conference for 2 decades. Going up against the likes of LeBron James.
Didn't sweat.
Well, I mean, they gave it to LeBron.
6 games, maybe.
They gave it to LeBron quite a few times.
A little bit, but we still beat him.
We beat him when it counted.
Yeah, we did.
Boston Celtics have been among the top of the Eastern Conference for 2 decades. And that's why I give the win for the series 4-2 to the Boston Celtics.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
What's your prediction?
Keep it casual. Take the favorite. Always bet on the favorite.
Yeah, we're going to have book readings next week.
Yes.
Tune in.
This is my Golf edition.
Yeah, golf
Audition.
edition.
Yes.
You gotta whisper.
We're not whispering.
You're whispering right now. Let's be loud. Let's talk more NBA playoffs.
Let's go.
Who's next?
All right.
You got the pissed off Indiana Pacers who've been shut out by my team, the Cavs, pretty much the past decade.
Taking on the up and coming, the bounce back, the smoldering hot Miami Heat.
Who's being led by Jimmy Butler.
Oh, Jimmy Butler.
Woo!
That man
Is
took the third team Minnesota Timberwolves and beat the rest of the starting lineup. Then he left, went to Philly, didn't do much. Then he went to Miami and went, this is my team now.
This is my town.
This is my team. This is
my city.
Oh, he's took it over. He is Miami personified.
Oh yeah, he is.
He's got the swagger. He's got the confidence.
He's got the jump shot, man.
But he has to go up against a man that has been silenced by Cleveland for nearly 8 years.
And that's
Victor Oladipo, the rising star that took LeBron to 7 games in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
And I was at that game.
He gave the 1 seed Cleveland a heart attack.
Yeah.
Single-handedly. Him and Boban, and Sabonis. Those guys tested LeBron.
They did. You know what? The main reason my dad and I went to that game 7 is we thought this was LeBron's last game. But if they won, that's awesome if they win. But if they lost, we got to see LeBron's last game.
And they won, Cleveland. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, and they won, so it doesn't matter. But LeBron still left. But at least we saw it. That was a great game.
But the big storyline with the Indiana Pacers, their starting guards have only played for 242 combined minutes for the entirety of the season.
Besides
Victor Oladipo and Malcolm Brogdon have only been on the court together for 242 minutes.
So
that is major when we're talking about chemistry. Most guys like to play at the minimum 500 to 600 minutes before you really see the chemistry really set in for those guys. Mm-hmm. And really see that divide going in between those guys. Yeah. That's extremely important when you're talking about the guards. The distributors for the whole team. They're running your offense and defense. Those are the 2 guys you need to be on the same page at all times. It's interesting to see, will they be able to do that? Like Miami Heat, that group has been playing amazing together all season. And not to mention, we're completely ignoring Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
A rising star as well. Yeah. I believe he was the guy that won the skills contest at the NBA All-Star Week, which was phenomenal. It was crazy to see. Like, I think the finals was 2 centers up against each other. Like, at the skills competition, they must really get scraped at the bottom of the barrel for talent at that point. Miami Heat, though. They expect to be fully healthy, no surprise.
Which
Kendrick Nunn, Tyler Herro, Jimmy Buckets, Bam Adebayo. They got this another team with a lot of depth that you could probably expect to make a deep run.
But Jimmy Butler is a key piece in this series. If he is not playing, if he is hurt, Miami has no chance.
Right.
And you know why I say this? We took a big YSU trip. We took a big trip to Cavs game against Miami Heat. Okay, Jimmy Butler did not play that game. Okay, Cavs came back from 24 points to beat the Heat in overtime. Okay,
in what was a phenomenal.
Oh God, I could talk about this game all day.
Oh man,
my man Kevin Porter Jr. was off. We were going crazy. I think me and my bud over here made this whole section.
We were right behind the basket. Yeah. And it was dead quiet for probably 15 minutes. We got the whole section going, and then that section led to the next and the next. We got a whole. I truly believe that we made a little difference in that game. It was us. Had nothing to do with the players on the floor. It was all us.
It was all us.
We're taking that credit.
We were like, go Nelly, get 1 assist. No.
Yeah, that's what we were saying.
Get that one more.
Dellavedova in that game. That whole 1 assist there.
Yeah.
Made the whole difference.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
There's somebody out there listening to that understands the joke.
Yeah.
And
I doubt she's even listening.
Probably not. But she was.
That'd be
She'd be laughing.
No, she wouldn't. She'd be pretty mad.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Continue.
But quick side note on the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yeah, quick side note.
About 5 months ago,
Yeah.
right around the time we started this show at Rookery Radio, I had made a bet with him live on the show that if the Cleveland Cavaliers made the NBA playoffs, they were in a position that they could go either way.
They were 9 games back.
They'd
have to win pretty much every game.
Well, not every game. They were in a position that they could
have to win like 7 out of 10 games.
Yeah, they have to be a little bit above 500, but they could have made a stretch. I said if they made the playoffs, I would shave my head.
Mm-hmm. We did have a witness to that.
And we did have a little scare.
Oh yeah.
Because the NBA, one of their proposals for return to play
was a 30-team playoff.
Was a 30-team playoff.
And that would have put Cleveland in.
And that would put Cleveland in, and would have made me shave my head.
And I would have shaved his head and put it on YouTube.
Yes. But thankfully, the sports gods were looking out for me.
Yeah. But
the Cavs did not make the playoffs. I do not have to shave my head. And thank you, Cleveland. I get to keep my hair.
But listen here. This bet may come about next year because...
I'm not saying anything just yet.
Yeah. It may come about. I'm just going to say it may. But the Cavs Bickerstaff, is ready to, he's been saying a week ago, this team's ready to be contenders now. You got Sexton. They got guys. And you know what? They're going to get a good guy in this upcoming draft, whether it's,
Obi Toppin, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball. I mean, there's guys coming out the wazoo.
And they're going to add that to the team they got. You got Kevin Porter Jr., and this guy can shoot the ball. He was shooting the ball.
He's probably one of the best 6 men.
Oh, man.
Come off the bench.
You got Sexton, you got Garland, you still got Kevin Love
and Double T, Tristan Thompson.
You still got Kevin Love.
I think we're getting a little too much ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's reel it back in. We got that wall on the line. Let's bring it back from the lake.
Yeah.
Bring it back to Miami. Miami.
Yeah. We talked a little smidge about the Cavs.
We just have to throw that in there.
Yeah, because we're
I get to keep my hair.
Yeah.
I love it. Thank God.
Let's go back to Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy Butler, Indiana Pacers. Let's go predictions.
If Jimmy Butler is playing, I still think the Pacers are going to win.
All right.
I think
how long the series?
Long? I got to go 6 games.
Going 6 games to the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. Pacers are mad. They're angry. They want to win a playoff series. I'm not saying they're going to go to the finals. They won't. But they're going to win a series. And this is it.
And that's why.
Their franchise has been through a lot.
Yeah, they've been through a lot. And that's why. To move on to the next round of the playoffs.
Drum roll.
Final decision before we move on to the West.
Drum roll.
No, not quite.
Okay.
It's not that big. I think that's why, in a 5-game series, the Miami Heat take the victory over the Indiana Pacers.
Okay.
In 5 games.
You're gonna have.
You said it. If Jimmy Buckets is
playing, have the high rollers beating the farm boys. Okay.
I've just gotta say, yes, I picked the favorites in every matchup, but there is a reason they are the favorites because they played 73 games and they sit among the top 4 teams in the NBA Eastern Conference.
They do have Jimmy Butler, but just Jimmy Butler, and maybe we'll see here. We'll just see.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe we'll have another bet come in.
Maybe.
Depending on how seeding goes with those 8 regular season games. Maybe we see a little bit of a different matchup here.
Maybe.
And we'll get another show out of that.
Yeah, we will.
We will definitely get another show.
Special edition of the Casual Sports Podcast.
Very special edition.
Very special.
All right. Western Conference.
Western Conference, here we go. You got LeBron. You got Kawhi Leonard. Who else you got?
So, for the Western Conference, if you watched the first part of this show, you heard us both say we're taking the Trailblazers to take the 8th seed.
Yes.
Our matchups here are going to be completely based on the fact that we believe the Portland Trailblazers are taking the 8th seed and will face the number 1 Los Angeles Lakers in the very first matchup of the Western Conference playoffs. What does that mean?
Sweep.
It means a 4-game sweep.
LeBron.
Very possible. Hold on. Time out. Before we automatically give the sweep, we gotta remember, Portland Trailblazers, they got a lot of guys.
They got a lot of good guys.
They got Carmelo. They got Nurkic.
They got Dame.
They got
CJ.
Dame, CJ, and those guys can match up pretty well against
So
the
Rodney
Lakers.
Hood there too.
There is that possibility.
Rodney Hood can play.
Yes, definitely. Oh yeah,
I
100%.
like Rodney Hood.
Didn't fit in with the Cavs very well, but
They
can
didn't
play.
him, but
Right.
I don't talk about that. So.
Portland Trailblazers, Los Angeles Lakers. Are you taking the sweep?
Yeah.
All right.
Lakers sweep. Sorry, it's Dame. I do kind of like Blazers.
I'm going gentleman sweep. I'll go 4-1 to the
4-1?
Los Angeles Lakers.
Okay.
I'll go 4-1. I feel like they steal game 4.
Okay.
Lakers gonna let off the pedal a little bit.
Yeah.
Dame Dollar's gonna slide up in there, drop a new diss track.
You know, not the only reason, but the big reason this team was already fueled to go and get a championship because
The Lakers are stacked at the moment.
Yeah, they're stacked and they didn't make it last year, so they're.
LeBron's pissed.
He's mad. But
He was on pace to be in
but
10 straight finals.
He was
about
whole
to be in
city. The whole city of LA. After the passing of Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, this is his season. This is the Lakers'
Yeah.
season to lose.
Yeah. After.
I just have to point this out there. I wouldn't be surprised if we have some controversial endings that resolve in a Lakers victory at some point in the
I
series.
won't be surprised.
Don't be surprised. Maybe the NBA. I'm not going to say the NBA is going to be rigging anything, but I'm also not saying they're not.
Yeah. So.
Take it as you will. All right. So 4-1 Los Angeles Lakers. Here's a great matchup.
Oh, yeah.
The Los Angeles Clippers
You got Leonard?
and the Dallas Mavericks. Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis versus Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. I mean, the Clippers were already a massive playoff team and made a deep push into the playoffs last season.
Patrick Beverly.
And Patrick Beverly.
Boy, you could do a whole segment on Patrick Beverly. How do you feel about him? Just let the crowd know. Let the audience know.
So Patrick Beverly to me
We go.
is that annoying mosquito when you're trying to go to sleep who just keeps buzzing around
your ear.
You
can't spot it. You can't kill
You
it.
can't even find it because
You think you killed it, but it comes back.
Right. Because there's never just one. It's always, I got one, finally. And now there's another one on your arm.
Yeah.
That other one, that's Pat Beverly.
Yeah.
He's the one that doesn't get smacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pat Beverly is a pest.
Yes. And that's why he's a good player.
And that's why he's a great defender.
He's a great defender.
Because he is annoying.
He's annoying.
He maybe doesn't do that much for offense, doesn't really have to grab a lot of rebounds. He's out there for his defensive specialness.
He has made a lot of top players lose their focus. He's like the Detroit Pistons a little bit,
Yeah,
Pistons
he has
teams.
that annoying mentality.
Yeah.
If you put him and Lance Stevenson on the same team, LeBron might just have a heart attack.
Yeah.
LeBron does not like going up against him.
No, you got Lance blowing his ear on this side, and then you got Pat Beverly
right
on the other side. So.
All right, Clippers, Mavericks, great matchup.
Oh
here.
man,
I love Luka. I love Kristaps.
I love
They got so much potential.
They do.
Which is why I have them as my potential dark horse candidate to win this whole thing.
I know.
It's a dark horse here. I think if they pull off an upset with the Clippers, I see no reason why they can't go to the at least the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
If they beat the Clippers, I'd put them up there next to the Lakers. I mean, honestly.
I would.
I didn't say this earlier, but my
it's gonna be tough though.
For the East, my dark horse for the East was the Miami Heat. Just gotta put them back to the West.
Yeah.
Clippers, Mavericks. What's your prediction?
Man, I really want to say Dallas Mavericks, but Kawhi Leonard, man, this guy. I mean, I wouldn't say he helped. He did help. I wouldn't say he was the only reason Toronto won the championship last year. But man, he was the huge.
We all know why the Toronto won the championship. LeBron wasn't in the East, and the Golden State Warriors were injured.
Yeah.
It does. I'm not discrediting the fact that he still played amazing.
Yeah.
The team still played amazing.
That's true.
But I think if you put
a young guy, Doncic, and you got Porzingis too.
Give me your pick.
I'm gonna piss off Clippers fans.
Ooh.
I got the Mavericks. I want to go 7 games.
You're picking a lot of 7-game matchups here.
I got Dallas, man. Doncic, he's another rising star.
Oh.
People are talking Zion.
I don't even know if he's rising at this point. I think he's cemented himself as a superstar in the league
People
already.
People are talking Zion. People are talking Ja.
The true face.
You can't forget about Luka.
The true future for the face of the NBA is in Dallas.
Oh yeah.
It's him.
Yeah. I gotta go Dallas. I know. Yeah.
So you picked a 7-game series. The Dallas Mavericks.
That's gonna be hard. Clippers might win, but if the Mavericks win and I didn't pick them, I'd be mad. Okay. So.
All right. My pick: Clippers Mavericks.
Oh man, here we go.
A series that goes 4-1.
4-1.
I'm taking the Clippers
Oh man.
in a 4-1 gentleman's sweep.
Okay.
I just think
Then,
Kawhi
you know
Leonard
what?
and Paul George are going to be so rested, and that team is so dangerous when they're all together and healthy.
It could go that way. It's either going to go
It's
7
either going to be
games
7 or it's going to go 5.
Yeah.
Or possibly even 4.
Don't hold me to the Mavericks win. Because the Clippers are very capable of cleaning up business. They're capable of going to the finals.
Right.
They're capable of
They're
beating
capable
LeBron.
of beating LeBron in 6 games.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
if LeBron goes playoff mode,
Yeah.
they don't stand a chance.
Which always happens. So
Normally, yes.
Normally.
90% of the games he plays in the playoffs, he goes beast mode.
Yeah.
Then there was the meltdown against the Celtics,
Yeah.
which Cleveland fans don't like to talk about.
No.
So we're not going to,
No.
because we don't have to, because this is our show, and we get to
Yeah.
decide what we talk
Yeah.
about.
We could talk about figure skating, but we're not. or track. Whatever.
Let's talk Ultimate Frisbee for a second.
Yeah. Let's talk Ultimate Frisbee.
Yeah, let's not though, because
Yeah.
no one ever gets injured in that sport. No one tears their ACL in that sport.
Except Alek.
Yeah, but I am a super athlete, as you can tell.
And we are sidetracking, but guess what? It's our
casual.
show. It's casual. It's our
Yes.
show.
Denver Nuggets
Denver
taking
Nuggets!
on the Houston Rockets.
The Houston Suckets? What?
Yeah, because you know what? I'm just saying it right away. Houston Rockets, I'm calling for another gentleman's sweep.
Really?
They're losing to the Nuggets 4-1.
Yeah, I call it.
Small ball just ain't working.
No.
They're having head coaching problems.
Harden,
is good.
but
He can be great. Most of the 90% of the time, he's great. He's a superstar.
When he's not traveling.
Right, when he's not traveling, he has a way with the referees and the fouls. And he doesn't call. His way is his way.
Yep.
His way or
The highway.
the highway. He can just travel along that highway all he wants and not get called. But I don't think they have what it takes this year. They've tried so hard to put the right pieces
And
together.
the Nuggets were right there last year.
Exactly.
If it wasn't a miraculous performance by the Blazers, it would have been.
That was a great
Oh,
series.
dude,
to
I
watch.
love that. And I knew going in that they were going to get swept by Golden State. But
Right. I mean, most of the time you go into these matchups, you're like, technically, I really don't have to watch till the second round. I know how most of these matchups are going to go. Then even once you get to the second, you're like, do I even need to watch this? That was one of those matchups you're like, oh, okay,
But
I'll watch that.
We still watch it.
Yeah, I mean, we got nothing else going on. Lives? Who's she? I don't know her. So I picked Dallas.
Who'd you pick?
Denver Nuggets, 4-1. Matt, who are you taking?
Nuggets.
How many games?
Gentlemen sweep.
Ooh. Houston Rockets, you got to pick up the slack here. Both of us taking Denver. Damn. Utah Jazz, the final matchup of the West.
Jazz team.
Utah Jazz taking on Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder don't really have a lot anymore, but it's kind of
They work
surprising.
as a team. Well, they
Yeah,
got
very
Chris
good.
Paul.
Yes, they got CP3 down there.
Yeah.
But other than that, really, they're lacking in the superstar department.
Utah, though.
Utah's got some.
They got some players.
They got
some of those
Donovan.
players.
Donovan Mitchell? I
Who else
like
they
him.
got? Oh, you're forgetting somebody. You're forgetting somebody.
Yeah, Joe Ingles.
Yeah.
They got Joe Ingles.
Yeah.
The GOAT, Joe Ingles.
And who else?
Bojan. Is he on that team? Yeah.
But who else? We were so mad we traded him from Cleveland. You know how to bring him up.
Yep.
Jordan Clarkson.
I was there for his last performance with Cleveland.
33 points off the bench. Yeah, let's
Just a
trade
solid
him.
33 points. Then we trade him the next night. Jordan Clarkson.
To the Jazz.
A really good sixth man. I wouldn't have him as starting, but sixth man.
Yahoo.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice looking team they got there.
Oklahoma City. They might get Andre Roberson back. He hasn't played since January of 2018, though. So
they got the mermaid dude. What's his name? Steven Adams.
Steven Adams. Oh, he's great though.
He's awesome. I love Steven Adams.
But I just don't think they have the weapons or the offense to keep up with the Utah Jazz. They got a lot of weapons at every position. They got depth. They got size. They got speed. I'm taking Utah Jazz in a sweep.
Sam. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. We're going to skip the second round of the playoffs. And we're going to go straight to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference? Who we got?
Who do you think's going to be?
Let's see this team.
Go ahead. Who do you got in the Eastern Conference Finals? I think we all got the 1 seed Bucks, right?
Yeah.
Agreed upon? That's what I'm thinking. I think the Bucks got it. They got that round one.
Yeah. Bucks.
So Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. The real question becomes, who's the other team?
Toronto. If they don't meet up with Toronto, I don't know. Would they meet Toronto?
No, they won't.
They won't?
No.
Okay.
Well, in the current seeding, no, they will not. They will not meet up with Toronto until an Eastern Conference Finals matchup. So you got Toronto, Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Okay. Now Toronto would have to get past Boston Celtics. That would be the second round matchup that we're crossing over here.
They would have to get past that tough, mean Boston team. This Boston team's been through a lot.
That's why I'm taking Boston.
You gonna take
I'm
Boston?
going Boston Bucks.
I'm taking Toronto because I think they can still get to a championship level like the Eastern Conference Finals without Kawhi Leonard.
Oh, easily. Easily. If they can get past the Celtics. If they get past the Celtics, they're going to take the Bucks to 7 games.
Oh, yeah. No matter who it is there, that game, I think series is going to go 7 games.
Celtics Raptors, I'm calling it right now, will be a 7-game series with the winner being the Boston Celtics to take on the Milwaukee Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals.
It's going to come down to the last shot.
Almost
taking
guaranteed.
Seconds.
Guaranteed.
And Joel Embiid will be looking again.
Yeah, he'll be crying from his couch at home.
Yeah.
Oh
wait, no, I'm not there this time. I'm still gonna cry because it's 1 year anniversary.
All right, so you'd have your matchup here: Milwaukee Bucks, Toronto Raptors. Who's taking that game? Who's going to the NBA Finals?
I'm just gonna say 2 words: Greek freak. Greek freak.
Now let's just talk Greek freak here for a second.
Giannis.
At the end of season prior to last, he asked Kobe Bryant, the late great Kobe Bryant, hats off to him.
Yep, hats off.
What he could do to be better, to improve. Give me a challenge and I will do it. Yeah. He challenged Giannis to win the MVP. Giannis did it.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe Bryant died, but we all know the next step. After you win MVP, what's the next step?
You gotta get a ring.
NBA championship.
You gotta get a little ring on your finger.
That's why I don't think the Eastern Conference Finals is going 7 games.
No?
I don't think it's going 6. I'm going gentleman's sweep. The Milwaukee Bucks, led by the Greek freak. I don't care if they're facing the Celtics or the Raptors. In 5 games, I'm taking the Greek freak in the Milwaukee Bucks.
He's gonna go insane.
To the NBA Finals.
Ooh. That could very well happen.
Emphasis.
With emphasis.
Giannis.
All right, Giannis. You know what?
Which is going to create an interesting
matchup.
Whoever
it is.
And that's why we're going over to Western Conference Finals now.
Who?
Once again, I think everyone's taking the number 1 seed Lakers to the Western Conference Finals.
It's LeBron James.
It's LeBron James and AD. Oh, yeah. They're going to be there. What's interesting is number 2 seed. Who's taking the other spot? You've already eliminated the Clippers from your bracket by giving it to the Dallas Mavericks.
Sure did.
Who would you have match up against the Los Angeles Lakers
Oof.
I believe you'd have to pick between
Jazz?
Dallas, Denver.
For the Jazz. For the Jazz.
Is it the Jazz?
Yeah, because we picked the Jazz beat Houston.
Well, no, I have to think of how the how it works in the second round. So it's.
Think. Come on. Put 1 and 1 again.
I think it'd be the 5. So. Yeah. Okay. So you'd have between Denver, Jazz, Dallas, I believe.
Okay. Denver, Dallas, and then Jazz. So, we'll go Denver.
That's a solid pick. If I was in your position, I think I'd take Denver too.
Yeah.
Nikola Jokic has this season alone, I think he's lost around 30 pounds of fat. And he's putting back on muscle. A picture just came out of him I think yesterday or the day before. He's skinny with muscle.
Yeah.
He's dangerous. If he comes back athletic, West be warned.
Yeah.
All right.
He was.
So you have the Los Angeles Lakers, Denver Nuggets, Western Conference Finals matchup.
I'll go 6 games.
6 games to the Lakers.
I didn't say that, but yeah, the Lakers.
Yeah. All right. My number 2 team, who I think is going. I'm going to pick a favorite again. I'm taking the Clippers.
All right.
I took them 4-1 against the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
So.
You're going to see Kawhi and LeBron face off.
And Paul George.
Paul George.
Paul George, the man that has been fighting LeBron.
His whole life.
For 2 decades.
2 decades.
Poor guy.
Poor dude.
He's been in a terrible position.
You know what?
That Indiana Pacers teams would have probably been in 3 NBA Finals if it wasn't for LeBron.
My dude.
If LeBron was never drafted by Cleveland, we would have seen the Toronto Raptors and the Indiana Pacers and so many more Eastern Conference Finals and NBA Finals.
I know.
None of them would have won against the Golden State Warriors.
No.
Well, we would have seen them there.
Yeah, we would have seen them there.
They would have been there. We wouldn't have won.
No.
But.
At least we got one.
So I go Lakers, Clippers, Western Conference Finals.
Who we got? Wait, how many games?
If I was to break this down, I would go 6 games to the team from Los Angeles. In 6 games,
what is it again?
To the Los Angeles Lakers.
All right. If you said Clippers, I'm gonna smack you, dude.
I was another half second away from saying Clippers, though.
Man.
It's one of those things. It's going to go either way. If LeBron shows up as King James, if he shows up as LeBron, I'd go 7 games to the Clippers. If he shows up as King James, I'm going 7 games to the Lakers. And it's that much of a difference. How LeBron shows up and how he plays against Patrick Beverly, Kawhi Leonard, and Paul George.
King James versus nice guy.
If you think about it, those are 3 guys that have given LeBron probably the biggest fits in his entire career, ignoring the Celtics.
Mm-hmm.
Paul George just pissing him off in the Eastern Conference for the 2 decades. Yeah. Patrick Beverly is just annoying to anybody who plays him. We saw it earlier this season. And Kawhi Leonard winning Finals MVP with the Spurs against an amazing Miami Heat team. Giving LeBron fits. It's what that 3 guys are going to do.
Leonard is also the reigning Finals MVP.
Reigning Finals MVP, Kawhi Leonard. That's why it's probably the most interesting matchup in the entire NBA playoffs. You could say maybe the finals will give us a little more. I don't know. I don't think it will. I think this is the matchup. This is the game. It's going to draw every eye in the country. Who is the biggest team in LA? Who is now the front runner of Los Angeles sports?
It's either going to be King James or nice guy Kawhi Leonard with his
Terminator.
With his little laugh.
The machine.
With his little laugh.
Machine.
Is he going to be doing that little laugh in LeBron's face? I say heck no. All
right.
LeBron James.
And that creates a very interesting NBA Finals.
The King versus the Greek Freak. Oh my goodness. That's all I'm going to say. Oh my goodness.
And that's for part 3. No, I'm just kidding.
Greek could do a part 3.
No, we're not going to.
We're not
We're
going
going to stick with it.
We're going to stick with it.
We're losing some light here. Let's try and get some light into here.
Get some light in here.
All right. Turn on the studio lights. This is just a ceiling fan.
Yeah.
What? Los Angeles Lakers, Milwaukee Bucks.
My goosebumps are back. They're back.
If it wasn't so warm in here, mine would be right there with you. But at the moment, Milwaukee Bucks are 53-12.
Mm-hmm.
Los Angeles Lakers are 49-14.
That's only 2 games.
That's 4 games.
It's 40, whatever.
You've been out of school for a while, haven't you?
Yeah.
All right. Getting down to business. We've seen LeBron in the playoffs. We know what to expect. We're going to get 30 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Biggest storyline?
He's going to play every minute, too.
Yeah, he might get more, depending on how. Actually, this becomes the most interesting matchup of the whole night. Who guards Anthony Davis? Because if they have Giannis on Anthony Davis, LeBron is driving to that hoop every time over Chris Middleton.
Yes.
Middleton doesn't have the muscle to keep LeBron James in check.
No.
They would have to put...
LeBron will shoot that undefendable little jumper he has.
They
will shoot it all night.
From the mid-range. Exactly.
Shoot it all night.
If they put Giannis on LeBron, LeBron probably dips to 25 points, but he's going to have 15 assists to Anthony Davis. Because if you're taking Greek Freak off of Anthony Davis's only matchup at that point is with Brook Lopez, which is still a difficult matchup for him. But in that category, he probably has speed and vertical, most likely in that matchup. Now, if you're then putting Brook Lopez on Anthony Davis, well, now Anthony Davis is covered. LeBron's going to JaVale McGee, who at that point isn't going to have a good matchup because you're just the way the rest of the team is working. You'd probably end up with Chris Middleton on JaVale, and that's not going to work.
No.
It's a matchup nightmare.
Yeah, it is. And JaVale might not even be playing. He said he was hurt.
No, he has asthma.
Oh,
which
asthma.
With a respiratory disease could be kind of problematic. But I don't think it will be. They're expecting him to play just fine. So I'm saying JaVale playing, it's a matchup nightmare. We've seen JaVale in the playoffs with a really good supporting cast. Phenomenal supporting cast when we rephrase the Golden State Warriors, which I think is probably 90% of the reason LeBron wants him on that team is because he saw what he can do in the finals. Yeah. JaVale came out as a young guy and just went, I may not be the show, but I'm going to make my own show. Yeah. I'm got a little spin-off. Yeah. Maybe nobody likes me, but I was there. I mean, I had an impact in some way. Mm-hmm. And that's why I think probably the biggest matchup is who guards LeBron. Yeah. If it's Giannis, Lakers in 7. If it's Middleton, Lakers in 6. So I'm guaranteeing a Lakers NBA final. LeBron goes 4-6 and gets his 4th Finals MVP and just makes that GOAT conversation a little bit closer.
You know what? I'm right there with you.
You're saying the same?
Yeah. It's going to be awesome to see Giannis in the finals, though. We're going to see a good show from him. And he'll be there again.
Giannis will have
his time.
Yeah.
This is
LeBron's retiring in the next few years. Yeah. And that's virtually guaranteed. He's probably going to wait until LeBron will probably retire in 2024.
When he plays with his son.
He wants to play one season with his son, and then he'll be done. Where he is at that point in his career, still undecided. Maybe we'll see a return to Cleveland. Cleveland will probably suck at that point, so we'll get a high draft pick. Take Brownie.
Come back, senior.
Right.
Come back.
Brownie Jr. will probably leave after his rookie contract. That's to be expected. Yeah. I don't see any reason Brownie wants to be here. He doesn't want to follow in his father's footsteps in Cleveland. Are you kidding me? You can't live up to that.
No.
And
we could see the James brothers because he also has another son.
The younger one. We could see them both on the same team in the future.
Or phasing off.
So we're taking Los Angeles Lakers, saying it right now, are your 2020 NBA champions.
Yes.
The Finals MVP,
LeBron.
the King,
LeBron
James. I think that's going to do the show here. You can check this out on YouTube along with part 1. Make sure you watch both to get our full intuition and thoughts on the NBA's return. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Casual Sports Report. Use hashtag CSR2020 to talk to us.
Still easy to find because
we're the only ones using it.
Yes.
Forever and always, it will only be us. You can check us out on iTunes in a couple of weeks. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some shows up there so it'll start showing up for everybody. We will let you know when that happens.
Yes, we will.
Make sure to follow us and like this video on YouTube. It helps us out and it helps us get more videos to you, which is ultimately the most important thing because you're in quarantine. You're bored. You got nothing else going on.
Exactly.
Why not watch us?
Yeah, watch us.
2 idiots that know exactly what they're talking about.
Yes.
In the most casual way possible.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Without any further ado, thank you all for watching. See you next time.